Good evening friends. Today I will discuss about another important sector, that is fish. Where there is water, there is fish. But the implication of the fishery sector is quite higher. If you are looking into the future, the food security, income status, social upliftment and the health of the country people has been maintained if you think about to strengthen our fishery sector in pan-India basis. Fisheries has been categorized into two types, that is inland fisheries and the marine fisheries. If the fish production are coming from inland resources just like the freshwater fisheries or the freshwater and the brackish water, that is called as the inland fisheries. Brackish water are those water ecosystem where the salinity of the soil and the water is quite higher. It means where river has been interconnected with the sea. Due to that interconnections, the salinity of the soil and the water has been increased, and that create a natural ecosystem of brackish water fisheries. When the fish has been coming from sea origin, that is called the marine fisheries, and you all know that India fortunately have the competitive advantage due to the Arabian Ocean in the western side, Indian Ocean in the southern side and the Bay of Bengal in the eastern side. Then freshwater fisheries also been categorized into culture fisheries and the capture fisheries. Culture fisheries means you have to produce the fisheries due to the artificial way, or you can see that you have to develop the fingerlings and the seed, and that fingerlings and the seed has been incorporated in the water system by which the fish production has been developed. Whereas the capture fisheries are those fisheries the mating process has been done in the natural processes, and due to the natural process fish production has been developed. If this is the things, then it is called the capture fisheries. Definitely the culture fishery is mainly developed or generated through ponds and tanks. Nowadays when I am highlighting about the ponds and tanks and the fish production through the culture fisheries, it more reflected to the future entrepreneurships in the particular sector. Capture fisheries are mainly coming from the river, canal, lakes, because the mating process is very quite natural, and due to that process the production of the fisheries has been developed, that is called as the capture fisheries. Both rohu, katla and the mrigal like fisheries has been developed either in the culture ways, culture fisheries or the capture fisheries. Similarly, in the sea origin also you will find the culture fisheries and the capture fisheries. In that case, if the production system has been developed through the culture one, that is called the mariculture, and whereas in the mariculture normally the importance of the mariculture has been developed in current situation due to the increased production of the pearls, nutrient agar like things which is non-fishery origin, but the importance are quite higher due to the culture practices due to the mariculture. Capture fisheries are mainly categorized into pelagic region or the demersal region. Pelagic means it is completely water resources in the sea region, and that water resources which are the bottom of the sea, that is called the demersal region. In the pelagic region you will find the tuna like fishes, where the shark and the pomfret has been produced in the demersal regions. Normally in Indian conditions, total fish production is nowadays it is in around 14.73 million metric ton, and we are getting around 30 billion US dollar from it. If you categorize that 14.73 million metric ton, you will find inland has been contributed around 11.25 million metric ton, whereas the marine has been contributed around 3.48 million metric ton. Normally you cannot produce more and more marine fisheries because the sea potential has been very limited and our infrastructure also be very limited. If you like to develop more and more fishery production in coming days, then definitely you are thinking about to produce the fisheries from the inland resources. And out of the inland resources, if you think that 11.25 million metric ton, around 6 million metric ton has been contributed and the shared by the carp culture. Or carp culture means it's the culture of rohu, katla and the mrigal. And whatever our production has been coming from in Indian origin, around 14.73 million metric ton, it's 10%, or you can say 1.4 million metric ton has been exported, and we are getting around $7 billion US dollar from our export resources. The fisheries in the second in the global inland fish productions, third in the total fish, and our share in the global, it is 7.96%. Contribution to GDP, it is around 1.07%. Contribution to agriculture GDP, it is quite good, that is the 5%, and contribution to agri export, it is around 18%. And last, the brackish water fisheries, the venomized species, or you can say that the shrimp are mainly developed in the brackish water fisheries. Dear friends, if you like to strengthen our fishery productions, and you all know that our per capita fish consumption is around 9.8 kg per year. If you like to go more and more, our recommendation, it is ICR recommendation, it is around 13 kg per year, 12 kg by the ICMR. And global fish per capita consumption, it is 20 kg per year. If you like to move in that direction, then definitely you are thinking to develop more and more fisheries from the inland resources. And if you like to think about the marine resources, then definitely you have to chalk out how to generate more fishery production by infrastructural development from our limited water resources. Thank you all, dear friends, and hopefully I have cover up numbers of things in the particular sector. Thank you all. Thank you watching my video.